Two harpsichords, thought to be lost forever. But then musicologists discovered drawings and historical writings describing their illustrious past. Come along now as we discover the Lost Harpsichords. Hey, this is Simeon, and I know that was a little dramatic, but it's exciting to think about an instrument that was played in the 1700s in Germany. These were just kind of fell apart and just kind of faded into obscurity. And people forgot about them for a long time until recently. We have these wonderful musicologists that have just researched and discovered like these writings and journals and drawings that depict these wonderful instruments. And we have two of these, and we call these the Lost Harpsichords. But you know what? They're not lost anymore because we're finding them. We're discovering them today. And we have the German Theorbo-Harpsichord and then the German Lautenwerck. And these are really peculiar in a way, and it's what makes them even more exciting and interesting. So let's dive in and discover these together. The first one we're going to take a look at is the German Theorbo. Okay, so you see I have these in the full version of contact. You need the full version of contact for these instruments. They are provided as what is called contact multis. So we have two instances of contact instrument. One are the notes on, and for each of these harpsichords, what they call lute harpsichords, they are not velocity sensitive. So you hit the key, and if you use the same sample each time, it's going to just sound monotonous. And so thankfully we have 8 note on. So we have a little variation. And then you have the note off where the plectrum resets itself. And so you've got 4 of those key reset or key on. So you've got 8 key downs and 4 on. So that just kind of helps provide a dynamic, not being velocity dynamic. And so, see, we've got the browser view, and we've got 2 16-foot stops and a special 4-foot stop. This is the lower 16-foot stop. And there we've got 2 contact instruments. And one, of course, is the note on, and the other is the note off. So let's take a listen to that. And this is 440. And listen to how nice and mellow that is. And let me tell you what I just did. I started reaching for the sustain pedal, and I'm notorious for doing that. But the only problem is these harpsichords do not have dampers, and so a sustain pedal was not even there on these. And so I caught myself, but what that allows, it allows the strings to completely ring out. So it changes the way that you play and approach the instrument. So let's get back to it. No sustain pedal. So I'm keeping my foot away from the sustain pedal because it wouldn't do me any good. And listen to how that it'll just ring out. And that's another thing. You can't play very quickly because everything starts blurring together. So again, it alters the way you play. You approach it a little bit differently. Isn't that cool? So let's go to the, that's the lower stop. Now let's go to the upper. It's kind of, and they call it a nasal stop, and you can hear why. It's just got a nasally tone quality to it. And there we run out of notes there. So we go from here to here. And now let's combine the lower 16 with that 4-foot stop, which is string. It's a metallic string. So let's just hear what that does to the sound. It's almost like a bell-like tone to it. And then again, just be careful not to play too much. Yeah, I'm preaching to myself. Let's go to another key and listen. You hear those overtones. Really cool. Okay, now we can just bring all of them together, and each of these are presets. So we've got, I think we've got like 7 presets or 6 presets here. So they give us the individual stops, and they give us a preset that has both 16s and the 4-foot stop together. And so that way we can get a sense of how everything sounds. And so I'm loading that up, and here we go. This is just such a huge sound. And again, I'm gotta stay away from that sustain pedal. That 4-foot stop, that metallic string, really just adds that extra sparkle on top. So that is so beautiful. So what I'd like to do too, I love to bring black hole into these using some effects because it just takes it even further. So I'll pull black hole up to see what's going on, pull up the desktop. And so here we go. Yeah, black hole is just an amazing plugin. And I've got the Dreamscape preset loaded up. I mean, I figured out a way to find all of the extra presets. So let's just dive into this. Here we go. Let's see, so you can see both of these. It just makes it huge. And I love having that lower range so you get that really big, beefy sound. And you're already already taken the decay of the Theorbo-Harpsichord, and then you're adding black hole to it. It just adds another dimension. Another plugin that I've just started using is Recirculate from, from Newfangled Audio. And this is a really crazy delay type. It just takes things just in some crazy places. So I've just got a couple of favorites loaded up. I'm going to disable Black Hole and just play a couple of these for you. That's wild. And so let's keep going. Let's just try a couple more of these. Fade Away. Very nice. And I think this is probably my favorite preset so far is the drone machine. So get ready for this. This is fun. And what were we playing a little bit ago? So that's a lot of fun. And let's pull them together. Let's put Black Hole and Recirculate together. It's crazy. So we can just keep going. And whatever effects that you have, it's fun to experiment with them. So I'm just going to stay on what I was just on. That's crazy. So just have fun. Just just try something. Go for it and have fun because these sounds allow you to do some crazy things. These what's called the lute harpsichords the strings were gut strings. And I know that sounds pretty wild, but you might have heard of like some of the medieval instruments like the viola da gamba that use gut strings. And what that does, that just provides such an unusual tone. So the theorbo has two 16-foot stops that were gut strings. And then it had a 4-foot stop that was metallic. Very unique. Okay, so let's go on to the second harpsichord, and that is the German Lautenwerck. And it's like, Ambergy is a German derivative of German origin. So it's like I get to tap into a little bit of my heritage there, and it's just really exciting. Now, these were called lute harpsichords because they wanted to kind of get the sound of that really open acoustic sound of the lute. And the German Lautenwerck, it almost looks like a lute because it's like an oval shape. It's very unusual, very unusual. And so let me pull this up. And, with this one, I'm going to go ahead and turn off the effects. With this one, you only have one preset, one multi for this. No reverb. It's just because the releases are just there, not damped. Yeah, so let's think about it like a lute. And you hear all of those release. Very nice, very nice. And this is 440. The cool thing is that they give you the original tuning. I think it's around 412. So let's listen to that using the same preset on the German Lautenwerck. Okay. Now that's the 412, and that's the 440. Let's go back to the 412. It's almost like a whole semitone down. Let's go on down. Cool. Okay, so let's plug in Black Hole and just let it do its thing. It's just so cool. And you can use whatever effects that you have to do these kinds of experiments on these. And you might discover some really wonderful combinations. Still in 412. Yeah, and let's pop in recirculate. And with that string swarm preset. And let's stay in 412. It's kind of an interesting wow. So that is the amazing discoveries by Realsamples and the wonderful musicologists and those who have dedicated themselves to preserving and making music history and these instruments survive throughout the decades. Bringing something from 1700s, and we're sitting here and are able to experience them in this wonderful way through sampling, and it's just such an amazing experience for me each time that I play. I learn so much and I discover so much. So until next time, be sure to check out all the links in the description, and until next time, this is Simeon reminding you to always stay joyful, and I'll see you next time.